On the Outer Banks of North Carolina, residents prepare for the worst as Hurricane Isabel spins just off the coast. Windows are boarded up and messages left for the impending storm. But nature is defiant and sends a massive surge crashing through the vulnerable community. The surf is up as the Category 2 storm pushes the warm waters of the Atlantic further and further inland. Roads quickly turn into rivers.
It's unbelievable.
Photographer Jim Edds is pushing the envelope, trying to capture point-blank footage of this monster storm. He takes his camera under a house ravaged by the waves to get a surf's eye view of Hurricane Isabel's surge.
I knew it was a little risky, but I didn't see any waves coming over. So I went down there and I filmed a little bit right in there, and you can see it was all pouring up. And about that time, you know, a little bit of surge came up around my feet, and I said, you know, no big deal, I can handle this.
The first wave merely pushes Jim a few feet. But the surge is increasing, and Jim soon realizes he may need to hang on for dear life.
And I said, yeah, boy, I'm gonna have to grab a pole here. And I steadied myself.
Jim is no match for the full force of nature. The foaming, pounding surf quickly swallows him up and sweeps him away.
Where'd Jim go? He's gone when I get there. There he is, sliding out. So I'm like, oh God, I don't want to get caught up in the wires and underneath this house. And I had to really fight to get out of that.
Jim briefly gets his footing, but another wave rushes over him and takes him on the ride of his life.
It reached out and clipped me around the knees, and immediately I went down, and I'm going like, you know, what the heck? Well, I'm traveling, I don't know, about 25 miles an hour on my butt.
Jim struggles to regain control, but now he's just a passenger on nature's wild ride.
It's cold fear, because losing control and not having any mobility out there is a very scary feeling, and I've never felt that before.
As Jim is thrust across the beach, he is on a collision course with a giant air conditioning unit.
I straightened out, put my feet, I said, I'll hit it with my feet because that'll absorb some of the impact. But luckily the wave picked it up. I did hit it, but I didn't hit it very hard, and I went sailing right by it. Through a trailer park, just kept going on and on.
I'm counting my lucky stars, you know. Maybe the controls here jamming up is a sign that it's time for me to stay out of the water.
Jim learned an important lesson. Never turn your back on nature.
Being caught by a wave like that is pretty scary because, one, you didn't see it, you don't know what's coming. I got real lucky. Somebody was looking after me that day.